Alright, hello everybody. Today we are doing a donation deck list. We are playing some green, white, black Maverick. I don't know if there's like a dark Maverick, I think some people call it. It's just like normal Maverick, and you have a very light black splash for like a pile of sideboard cards. It's like one Bayou, one Scrubland, and you just play stuff in the sideboard. There's like, you're literally just green white Maverick main deck with like different options. The sideboard, mainly to help you in a lot of the combo matchups, you get access to stuff like Thoughtseize, and in some of the fairer matchups, you get Zealous Persecution. Pretty backbreaking versus a lot of the X1 decks. Death and Taxes, Young Pyromancer decks, and the like. And also, it was a donation request. We play these Assassin's Trophies. I don't know, maybe the person that donated wanted to test them or something, but I just had to cut a couple cards to play this Assassin's Trophy. I have no idea how good or bad they might be. I'm not a Maverick player, but we're playing some Assassin's Trophies in the sideboard. I forget what I cut already, but I mean, they can't be that bad, right? They're a pretty feasible removal spell. Anyway, this deck, I don't know a lot about it. Like, I don't know a lot to say about this deck besides the fact that it's very Death and Taxes adjacent, so I think it's just a lot more my wheelhouse. I think I will be able to intuit some of the lines a lot better than like when I played Miracles on stream or when I played Phoenix yesterday. Like just going from one end of the spectrum straight to the other is a little bit jarring, but this is definitely like very small degree of separation from Death and Taxes. We're playing 4 Mom, 4 Plow, 4 Thalia, Stoneforge Package, Tutors, Canonist, Priest on the sideboard. Choke? Oh yeah, we got Yu-Gi-Oh! Chokes too. How is this a choke? Is like the blood choking, or is it the dust choking the weird blood water? I don't know. But Card Hoarder I just like input the deck list in a Card Hoarder and borrow the cards, and I got some Yu-Gi-Oh! Chokes, I guess. No Ballista here. It's good with Cradle. Yeah, there's probably room for like a Ballista. I've seen people play like Shalai. It's also really good with Cradle, stuff like that. This was a donation deck list. I made very little edits. I don't really know what I would start if I was like, hey, I want to play Maverick. Let me go find a deck list. I'd probably just ask Thalia, uh, the Discord person Thalia, Miranda, because I know she's really good with Maverick, but. This one was just literally, hey, here's this deck. I want to see this. I want to see 2 Assassin's Trophies in the sideboard. Go play it. I was like, all right, cool. I'm in. So we're gonna run it and see what happens. I also think Ballista might be better in like the pure green white decks, since black gets access to like Pinger, like X1 hate with stuff like Zealous Persecution, so you don't need stuff like Ballista as much. But anyway. Let's just cross our fingers and hope we queue into absolutely no miracles all day. Because this deck, the one thing I do know about Maverick is that it's very similar to Death and Taxes in a decent number of its matchups, except the Miracles matchup is horrendous. That's about the only thing that I know. Do you think TNN's days are numbered since Gavin's said it's a mistake? No, not even close. I think if there's ever a problem with a deck in the future that has True Name Nemesis in it, I think True Name will definitely be, like, their eyes will be on that card specifically. This hand seems fine. We can, like, Green Sun for Dryad Arbor, Knight, Thalia, Plow. We got good stuff. Like, if Grixis Delver somehow, like, becomes super problematic and overtakes the meta, then I think people will start looking at, like, True Name or something. We got more Knights. Oh man, we got the Cheaty Dryad Arbor too. Nice. Good job, Card Hoarder. It's a lot harder to cheat with this Arbor on Moto, though. Just use the LPL to complain about it like the VSL did with Vintage. That's true. I think I recall people complaining about, like, other Vintage players complaining about the Vintage Super League getting stuff, like, banned, basically. Is like, this never would have happened except for the Vintage Super League, like, drew a bunch of attention to it. We didn't get our cheaty basic forest to go with our cheaty Dryad Arbor. We needed to get that Avacyn Restored Forest, or whatever it is. Alright, so my opponent just whiffed. They just brainstormed and they whiffed, so I'm pretty sure I'm just slamming this Thalia. Oh man, we can't play Thalia and Mother of Runes? Sad. I guess we can just grab a Plains. Could probably grab Savannah and it would not really affect us, but I don't think we need Savannah that badly. I think my opponent's going to concede here if they don't have Force of Will. Oh, they conceded. We did it! Most of the complaints came from Shops players, which is just absurd. Yeah, I don't think Shops players get the right to complain. I think you have to, like, actually sign a contract when you register a deck with 4 workshops that says you can't complain about Vintage. But anyway, so my opponent is playing Underground Sea, Brainstorm, nothing else. So I don't really know what they're on. But did they keep a 7? Yeah, they just kept their 7, brainstormed, bricked, and died. Does that mean they're more likely to be like Storm? Or a combo deck? Because, like, what Delver player, or like Grixis control player, just keeps a 1-land brainstorm on the play? Am I supposed to intuit that? Am I supposed to sideboard like that? Or do I just run it back? Need a name for the tier of decks like Maverick, decks that people keep calling tier 2 despite being completely unplayable and never posting any results. Oof. I mean, that's just like everybody's deck in like modern and legacy, and just Eternal formats in general. People love to play like whatever deck they enjoy, regardless of how good it may or may not be, as long as it's any iota of playable. What's up, Swaggo Hod? Anyway, think I might just run back this 60 because we don't know what they're up to. Like, I don't want to board and choke and then find out they're on Storm, but I also don't want to board in like Thoughtseize and find out they're on Delver. I mean, we could. I don't hate, like, boarding in Thoughtseize and then them being on Delver isn't, like, the worst outcome. But then we're cutting cards that might be good against Delver. Like, if we cut the T thinking they're Delver, if we cut the Quasali or we cut the Ramanap or the Tyler Tracker thinking they're Storm, I'm just gonna run back to 60 and see what happens. I don't think I can intuit enough from Pluto Delta Underground Sea Brainstorm die. Friend Social Shardless Bug. Yeah, exactly. People just fucking love. Like, I kept playing Death and Taxes all throughout its time being really bad in the Deathrite Shaman era. Oh yeah, Mardu Pyromancer. That was a deck that existed. This hand is also atrocious, so I remember Mardu Pyro. That deck was like unbeatable for specifically the deck that I played, which was also unplayable. This is probably a keep, and just scry and cross our fingers a little bit. We can top that. It's like a land, right? Let's figure out what the opponent's up to here. I think I have to fetch Savannah here to play this Noble. It's really bad against Wasteland, but also, like, if the Noble Hierarch dies, I want to be able to cast Mom at least. feel like they're on Storm with these starts. Maybe they'll just, like, brainstorm into nothing again and die. Oh man, we did it. I'm ready for the opponent to be Phoenix. They could be. I'm ready for the opponent to just concede to this Thalia, too. Alright, we did it! We never figured out what they were on. We saw 4 cards in their whole deck. We saw Polluted Delta, Brainstorm, Island, and Underground Sea, and we won. We did it. Deck's unbeatable. How do you ever lose with this deck? Yeah, exactly. Deck's perfect. Good start. Good work, Maverick. tier 0. We got 2 turn 2 kills in a row, like in the same match. So that didn't really tell me a lot about the deck. Turns out casting Thalia is still a good plan against someone who keeps keeping 1-land Brainstorm hands, then bricking, and then dying. Alright. I'd love to play first. I feel like his hand is, like, marginally good enough. Am I supposed to mulligan aggressively? How many ones does this deck have? It's got, what? 5 mana dorks, 4 bombs, 4 green sun. It's like 9, 13 cards I can cast on turn 1. This hand seems pretty good, though. Like, turn 2 library into hitting land drops, playing Thalia Knights. I think I'm down for this hand. If you had any thoughts about playing Modern, I'm told that main deck Surgical being common is the play. Oh yeah, I saw Emma Handy's tweet. I'm just like, yeah, fuck that format, Jesus. Main deck Surgical, that's the sign of a good format, right? This hand is 2 lands in library, can't mull. I mean, fair. I lose to this card enough that I probably shouldn't mulligan a hand with 2 lands in library. Army of Thalia, thanks for the 7-month resub. Just get good. Did you just come in? You missed our first round where we got real good. We were so good. Eldrazi Temple. Alright, that's... I don't know. Seems okay for me. Oh, that plow's nice. So we're just gonna get another, get a Savannah here. I was watching another stream and was waiting for the match to end. Oh, you missed round 1 where we got 2 turn 2 kills with Maverick. Watching Phil stream alone, wondering how that deck ever wins on the draw without Mox. It does, like, whenever I play against it, it's like, oh, they didn't play a Mox. Alright, I feel, like, incredibly favored. Oh, we play against that, like, mono-red Eldrazi deck? I want to hit a land drop so I can just wasteland my opponent. Well, that was easy. How? My opponent, turn 1, land go. I went land go or whatever, land mana dork. And then they go turn 2, brainstorm, brick, pass the turn, and then I go turn 2 Thalia, and then they concede both games. Anyway. These cards seem pretty good. So what's my plan here? I'm definitely wastelanding because they're just doing nothing. This could be Punishing Fire, too. Get Blood Sunned, I guess. Yeah, I think my opponent's planning on, like, doing the Blood Sun Eldra take 8. I'm thinking about it. All these cards seem decent. There's no Hierarch. I'm not casting it this turn. I think I'm playing, like, Thalia. Thalia doesn't seem great against this deck, though. It does help tax the Punishing Fires. Also, they're like an Eldrazi deck, so let's put this back, actually. Wow, they didn't even float mana. Alright. I'd be playing Stoneforge and Nobles. I don't want to wasteland them. If they spend the past 2 turns going like land go, I feel like trying to like take them down from Thought Knotting next turn is pretty free. So Blood Sun doesn't do anything to my stuff. I could get Stoneforge instead of Thalia. That doesn't suck. They can't beat a Batterskull. We also don't have a Batterskull in the deck. We only have Sword and GT. We already have the GT. But I also like don't have a lot of non-creature spells, so I do like just playing Stoneforge instead. It's genius, Patrick. I don't know why I didn't think of it myself. This looks like Punishing Fire on my guy. Yep. Seems like it's time for Knight of the Reliquary, and we're just going to try to... Oh, never mind. We're just going to wasteland my opponent again. Oh, man, this Ramunap Excavator. Alright, I kind of want this Noble Hierarch and this Ramunap Excavator now. It's going to 7-2 greedy. Because I want to cast this Ramunap Excavator and keep wastelanding them now. I guess keeping the Hierarch against a Punishing Fire is probably not a super good decision. Hit the Grove, don't keep the Excavator. Nah, we're fucking keeping the shit out of this Excavator. Also definitely not hitting this Grove. I think we can beat Punishing Fire pretty easily, because we just have 2 Giant Knights. I think I'm just hitting these Soul Lands. Just jam Thalia. And now we're at like 11, so I'm just going to use this Sylvan to hit land drops. If you're wasting, why did you pay for? Oh yeah, because I'm not shuffling. Just assume that you always, yeah, because fuck you, I guess. Good. Alright, we're just going to wasteland my opponent out of this game, apparently. We're going to draw... We don't even need these knights. We're just going to wasteland my opponent to death. I don't even really want to wasteland here. I think I want to just get this knight in play, though. If they have another Soul Land, they can Thought Knot me, but then they're just, like, dead to this knight and a million wastelands anyway. Yeah, who needs this Ramunap Excavator when you just draw all your wastelands? They get Punishing Fire. They can spend their whole next turn Punishing Firing down the Thalia if they want. Wanted to keep the Noble so we could start... Yeah, I thought about keeping it, like, playing the Noble out with, on the Wasteland turn or something. I don't think it really matters. I think my opponent is, like, severely dead. Next turn we can just wasteland my opponent twice. Can we wasteland them 3 times? No, we don't have enough mana for that. Yeah, that's if they're casting Obligator, which is like, what, 5 mana to active trees and stuff? It's gonna take a little while for them to get there. If they Soul Land Thought Knot me, sure. They take the Swords to Plowshares. They're just so dead. I hate to break it to you, opponent, but you are not winning this game. Take the Ramunap. How rude. Alright, well, I definitely don't want this Thalia. And I probably don't want this Mom. So I guess we have this Noble. So I could just, like, play more Knights in Wasteland once. Like, can they just beat a bunch of Knights? I just, like, Wasteland the Grove, Knight for, like, Cradle, Noble Hierarch, Knight or something? I think I might still have Plow at that point. I could also just, like, put GTA on this Thalia. It doesn't matter. I don't think my decisions matter here. Oh, no, I can't play Noble instantly with Plow. Oh, no, I can't play Plow because I have the Thalia anyway, so... I can definitely beat two 6/6s. I don't think that... I mean, can they beat two 8/8s? And I also don't think they can really beat two 6/6s to begin with. Yeah, just play the Noble. Pass. It would be nice if 20 plus years of dual land design had considered that diamond would become a thing in both of the CGI watch. That can should be a can. Okay, that makes sense. Yes. That makes a lot more sense now. I'm pretty sure they couldn't beat like two 6/6s. They definitely can't beat two 8/8s. Go ahead, Soul Land Smasher me. I'll block. The Green Sun seems okay, I guess. I don't really want these other cards, so... So if I have, what, 5, 6 mana? Not enough to, like, plow and attack for lethal, I don't think. I'm just gonna attack with a Knight, and... I'd greet stuff for Scrib, just put, like, stuff on it. They're so dead, like... Do any of my decisions really matter? I guess I, like, could have put an equipment on this to, like, threaten lethal, but whatever. Are there other things to Green Sun for? I don't even know. Yeah, let's just Green Sun for Scrib, hold up Plow. Yeah, there's nothing really to... Green Sun for more Knights. Could've just Green Sun for a third Knight, but... Oh no, they're gonna Punishing Fire my... Wait, what is this? The Thalia on my face? Yeah, sure, whatever. Goodbye. Maybe I just want to, like, Wasteland this right now. Yeah, sure, why not? The reason people always take the time reading Scrib is because they're trying to find the part where it's good. I am definitely... Maybe I'm underrating Scrib Sprite, or maybe I'm Patrick rating Scrib Sprite, because... Or not Scrib Sprite, Scrib Ranger. I always call it Scrib Sprite. because that's the other green 1/1 flyer, but it's for 1 and doesn't have all that other text. Alright, so what the heck is this deck doing? It's like, it's just Blood Sunning me, right? And it's just like Eldrazi and Punishing Fire and Blood Sun? Scrim Sprite is that. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Scrim Sprite is definitely unplayable. Like, do I need... I don't think I need, like, Thought Seizes. I feel like Knight of Autumn Assassin's trophies are okay? And what do I even cut? What do I care about? Blood Sun, just be wary of fetch lands. They can't Blood Moon me. Bring in Choke. Bring in Choke, Ethersworn Canonist, and Containment Priest. And Surgical Extraction. Man, it feels like Knight of the Reliquary just like single-handedly dunks on Eldrazi decks. It's like you play Knight of the Reliquary, and it's like, alright, well, I win, I guess. I guess we can cut this Teague. This Teague's probably pretty bad. Welcome to the joys of playing alone. Yeah, Knight of the Reliquary is a fucked up card sometimes. Wait, Mother Runes. Mother Runes is probably pretty horrendous, right? I mean, it's good against Punishing... Wait, do I want Surgicals? They have Punishing Fire. That's, like, not nothing. Punishing Fire is a moderate, minor to moderate inconvenience, I would say. I think if I'm keeping in Mom for Punishing Fire, I'd rather have a Surgical Extraction. For however that... And then, this is 5 cards. We could just, like, swap like this. Teague stops All's Dust. I have no idea if All's Dust is in their deck. Okay, find the Blood Sun list in 57 seconds. There's one in the challenge, I think. Legacy Challenge, Control F for Blood Sun. Aha, found it. Inferno Titan? What? This deck is crazy. SoFi is a better answer to Punch Fire than Mom is, yeah, for sure. I think their deck has enough colors that I don't really care. And Snaring Bridge, I definitely want to answer for, so I think I'm just gonna bring all these in and cut these. I don't think Teague does anything to them. Yeah, their top end is just Inferno Titan. Let's just try that. Gonna get got by Sudden Demise or Subterranean Tremors. Yeah, I'm just looking at the deck list that I found. The one that is in from the challenge. Old Sand is pretty unplayable. I'll give it that. We have so many Knight of the Reliquaries, though. How do we lose? It's up all the time. We're not playing your favorite human knight, but we are playing a human knight. Not sure Mom counts as good or bad versus Inferno Titan. Yeah, I would definitely say bad. Alright, I'm in. This hand's like a little weak, but it's strong against Blood Sun, it's got removal, it's got like Stoneforge. I think I'll just have like keep on a 6. And opponent won't get to 5 too, I'm in. We draw Wasteland. Remnant Excavator goes crazy. They play Wasteland? No. They just like can't actually punish non-basics that aren't fetch lands. Oh, I left in Thalia. Thalia's probably pretty horrible. Yeah, I probably should just cut Thalia's. All they have is Chandra, Punishing Fire, Blood Sun. And like probably Fiery Confluence or something post board. Well, definitely bottoming this. Oh man, can it be Stoneforge, or can it be Excavator combo? So you could have Solan, Pitch Spirit Guide, Thought on me. And we just plow it. That seems like a card you don't want to board in against Maverick, but I could be wrong in that assessment. I feel like I'm not, though. I feel like that card is very weak. Yeah, Stoneforge time, I guess. Waste go in Legacy. Doesn't the post deck play some wastes? Rex your Knights? I mean, Rex is a strong word. It shrinks them, and then I just keep tutoring Wastelands and murdering them, right? Oh, nice. They're super dead now. Explain this Zero Batterskull plan. Batterskull gets bad the less Stoneforges you play. Does the deck play 2 or 3 Stoneforges? I think it only plays 2, right? Yeah, it only plays 2 Stoneforges. Batterskull gets a lot worse when you don't play as many Stoneforges. I guess I'm just gonna put in this sword and pass the turn. We probably want to just cast a thing instead. Let's just play like Ramanap. Next turn we can play an equip. Yeah, fair. The best 2-drop is strong, because Snapcaster is a 2-drop creature, and Snapcaster is a lot better than Stoneforge Mystic. Sort it up. Kill. Hello, Goblin Lackey. This seems to be going well. Yeah, so far we're doing pretty good. We bodied what I think, what we'll never know, because we only saw 4 cards of their deck, and now we're crushing the red Bloodstone Eldrazi. Hey, we did it. We won. Man, Maverick, unbeatable. Unstoppable. Snapcaster is the Abandoned Monarch. You got me there. Obviously, Stoneforge is the best 2-drop, because it's the only 2-drop creature Abandoned Modern, probably. I don't know. Let's talk about that forest not being a Savannah. Which one? Like, the forest I had in play? Because it didn't fetch anything out, right? Maverick's so good until you play against Miracles. Oh, for sure. I prayed to the Moto gods before I started this league that we would not queue into Miracles ever. Isn't Maverick just D&T with good cards? Definitely does have better cards than Death and Taxes, I'll give it that. Like, Green Sun Zenith is a pretty nutty card. Tireless Tracker, Knight of the Reliquary, Sylvan Library. Yeah, D&D with better cards, no Vial, no Port. And a mana base that can actually be attacked. Better cards, like, I didn't want to say it, but when I was talking about better cards, I saw the Script Ranger, and I was like, It dies harder to bet. Yeah, much worse against, like, Blood Moon and Back to Basic. I'm gonna make you play 2 Script Ranger at some point. I feel like there's, like, almost no reason to register 2 in this deck, right? Script Ranger flies over Spirit Keeper. It's true. I've been beaten by Script Ranger in my life before. Do I need to play 4X Scoop Ranger? We'll just play modern Vanifar combo, right? And then we'll play like 4 Scoop Rangers or whatever. I would say let's play Legacy Vanifar, but then you could just play Pod. Yeah, but you could play 4 Army. That's the point. Like, that's the deck I would hate playing for the least. AKA Yanni, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Hello to all the new viewers. We're playing some Maverick here tonight. It's a donation deck list. Legacy gets you Concordant Crossroads. That might be better than Pod. But Pod always has haste. I mean, Pod doesn't, like, insta-kill from any creature on board. And a Pod. It's a weird subsection of strictly Legacy, yet modern legal cards. Yeah, there are definitely a couple of those. It's like, oh, yeah, this card's legal in both formats, but completely unplayable in modern. How many play Elves? Ugh, please no. I mean, actually, that's fine. I almost built Elves instead of Death and Taxes when I was getting into Legacy. True story. Pod kills from a 2 in Legacy. I wouldn't be surprised. I can't do the math on that one. We'll keep this, I guess. Just got a bunch of Knights again. Knights unbeatable, right? Are we playing against humans or Death and Taxes? I feel like I should assume Death and Taxes, but do I want to fetch a basic forest? Or do I want to just play Savannah? All the time. Man, savage. I think I'm fetching basic forest. Next turn we can, like, depending on what happens here, we can Quasali the Vial or play Coda or something. Oh, it is humans. Neat. Is this Meddling Mage? Oh, no. This has to name, like, Knight, right? It's, like, such a slam dunk name. Blighted Agent. Oh, we got him! Wrong deck. We got him good. Time for some Quasali-ing. I think I just want to pop the Aether Vial. Like, if their best play on 2 was just a Meddling Mage, I think just, like, axing that Aether Vial's pretty legitimate. We would have been infinitely destroyed. Yeah, if they had named Knight, I would have been fucked. Oh no, Reflector Mage. We could play Scoos. Or we just play Knight. That works. I hope they don't have a second Reflector Mage for my Knight of the Reliquary. Now Metal Ignition. Alright, we got a Knight in play at least. Progress. Sure. Lieutenant time? Image. Reflector Mage? No. Oh god, that Wasteland's pretty rough. Getting beat the heck down. Oh man, this Cradle's pretty rough. We can Scoos into Hierarch, though. Oh wow. That's painful. We just dead. We're at, this is what? 3, 6, 9, 13, so this is just lethal. I think we're just losing here. Can't even, like, knight plus plow. We're at 4. We need to block 3. We need to block everything. Yeah, we're dead. Imagine humans crushes us? Maybe. They seemed like they drew the good against the fair decks half of their deck. Except for the meddling mage, but... The double reflector mage was a little bit unfortunate, but... Shit happens. I wonder if Persecution's even worth it. Their X ones are so much less likely to actually happen. But now they get to, like, cut all their kite sail freebooters and whatever. We also are a Stoneforge deck, although a more minor Stoneforge deck. So if I want these 5, what am I cutting? Scrub Ranger does not feel at its best in this matchup. Teague's definitely bad. Otherwise, easy if they draw a single. Yeah, Reflector Mage is definitely a beating. And then the like 2 Reflector Mage was definitely like pummeling my face in pretty bad. Oh, wait, we can just cut Teague and all the Thalias, right? Just run this. This looks fine. Green Priest. What, Priest just for Vial? I don't know. We have like a lot of ways to deal with a Vial, and it turns off our Green Sun, so like it doesn't feel great. What would I cut for it? I could cut the like the Scoos and the Scrub Ranger. Yeah, it seems like okay at best. It blocks. I mean, so does like Scoos and Scrub Ranger. Like, I'm not cutting bad cards anymore. I cut all my bad cards. I'm cutting medium cards for other medium cards at this point. D&T with green. Yeah, it's just like, what if D&T, but we splashed green, and by splash green, I mean played a lot of green cards, and then cut all the white ones. Most of the white ones. We still have Plows and Moms and Stoneforge and Thalia. Scrub Ranger only kind of blocks, but it also like does untapping stuff. It like can accelerate your mana with mana dorks and such. Has flying for stuff like GTA Sword or blocking. I guess they don't play Mana Strider in this format, it's just Freebooter. I think I'm gonna just go around like this. I think Priest is like solidly medium minus, and then Scrub Ranger is also around there. I think Scoos is definitely better than Priest. So you cut all the good white cards and added bad green ones. We cut all the bad white cards too. It's okay. I would love to play first. This hand can weirdly, like, try to wasteland my opponent out, but it seems very loose. I think we're going to ship it. This is like, what? Oh, we can't even, like, Green Sun for... We can't Knight on turn 2, because this Knight's a 4-drop here. Yeah, we're shipping this. Those hands better. There are no bad white cards, just good white cards and better white cards. Oh, there are definitely some bad white cards. That seems pretty good. It also means that because I want that, I think I have to play Mom here, right? That's fine, because the next turn I can go Bird plus hold up Plow. But I want the green sun enough that I don't want to, like, fetch for this Bird. If anyone wants to tell me how to get to 1 Baleful Strikes, please let me know. So we didn't board in... Oh, no, we did board in some black cards. We boarded in Zealous, so we do want to be wary about how we're fetching. I don't think it's Bolt the Bird in this matchup, right? I don't think Plowing the Hierarch is that good. Just grab Forest. Our mana's pretty good. Yeah, our mana's okay here. I just like don't want to get buried by Wastelands, but we're probably wanting to fetch for like a black source. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Bolting the Bird in the Humans matchup does not always seem excellent, especially when I only have 1 bolt. let's just grab Savannah. Why not? Why not, he says, as he proceeds to get wastelanded out of the game. It'd suck if I got not Zealous, what's the card called? Orzhov Pontiff? Yeah, that's the one. Champion into... Champion? Guess I'm playing a champion. So we just Green Sun for Knight here. It's not the worst, right? Oh yeah, Bolting the Bird versus Devoted Druid seems really, really bad because they just have, like, the other bird on 2-mana, the one that actually kills you. What else could we do here? I think the plan is almost 100% just Green Sun for 3. Get something like Knight. Knight plus Mom is pretty strong. And just holding down the fort. So they have one Wasteland. So they could Wasteland me if I find my black source. Do I just get, like, more Savannas? Get Knight, lose to Reflector Mage. We have another rinse. We don't just lose to Reflector Mage. Let's get Savannah. Could get Tireless Tracker, but that seems pretty... Oh, we do have Scrib Ranger in our hands. Like, Tireless Tracker isn't the worst here. But also, like, Nether Reliquary can just go get green, like, Horizon Canopy and start cantripping me and stuff. I think we're just getting a Knight of the Reliquary. It's also just gigantic. Just holds down the fort pretty well. This Recruiter? Sure. What are they getting? Pontiff? Yeah. Not surprised. Pontiff seems decently strong here. So we can just wasteland both their lands using the Scrib Ranger if we wanted, and hold off the Pontiff for a turn. The problem is this Aether Vial that we can't deal with unless we have, like, a good draw. Do it. This viewer would not respect the Scrib Ranger or Johnny Vengeance on principle, but you respect Ojutai's Exemplars? Really? Man, what if we got a Tamer Priest instead of the Scrib Ranger? Then we couldn't activate the Knight twice and Wasteland them twice, and then they could just go land Pontiff me. That's about what would happen. They didn't make their land drop. But... Leave a Johnny alone. Oh yeah, we have a Mazavith. That's not atrocious. Oh no, is this second hierarch? Oh, it's Mother Ruins, it's fine. What's up, Romario? Alright, so now we just need to top deck a way to blow up this Aether Vial. We also have an 8/8 Knight, so they could just, like, die. Although they have a Mom online now. Let's top deck our Zealous Persecution. Tracker. Unfortunately, our Scrib Ranger is dying next turn. Ugh. Well, we can play Tracker, activate Knight. You could Wasteland them again. We could. I mean, they're definitely gonna Pontiff me. I could, like, but then we lose our board, but we have a clue. But we also are, like, down to 1 mana after that, because we've just, like, sacked our whole board. We have a clue, 1 land, and like, a 9/9. I don't think I want to Wasteland them again, since they already have the Vial. I think I'd rather just, like, Savannah into a fetch land, into, like, a land to make Knight huge and get 2 lands off. 2 lands for Tracker. What utility lands you got? I don't know. Horizon Canopy, Maze of Ith. I think Containment Priest would have won this game. No! Like, if we played Containment Priest, they had the land drop. We only Wasteland them once. They just Pontiff me. Like, and then there's a Containment Priest, sure, but we definitely don't win the game with a Containment Priest. We can get a fetch. Yeah, that's basically my plan. Pontiff doesn't kill Priest or Knight, the 2 cards are doing things. I mean, Priest isn't doing anything, but my opponent just has mana. Get a clue. Fetch. Oh, we're actually, like, running out of, we lost all our Savannahs. I guess that's a reason to not fetch all the Savannahs out, right? But we'll have Crocus, so I won't buy you in case we draw Zealous. Get him. Infinite Wasteland. Yeah, my plan wasn't Infinite Wasteland them. My plan was to Wasteland them so we could, like, stall the Pontiff for a turn. Infinite Wasteland, you are correct. Infinite Wasteland is not a good plan when they have Aether Vial. Then you untap. Oh, wait, was the mom's not summoning sick, right? We can't swing for 10? Yeah, their mom's just not summoning sick. They just block. We dead. Definitely not dead. So now it's already a 10/10, so let's give Tracker Pro White, I guess. Now, if they have, like, Reflector Mage, we're pretty fucked. Dismember the Tracker? Interesting. think the play is probably like Mom the Champion. Crash me for 6. Yeah. I bet DNT would have won this game. I don't think that's true, right? I think we've been pretty far behind as DNT with like the Pontiff, a bunch of big guys, Dismember. Yeah, this knight is likely not going to get me across the finish line. Mazavith is interesting. I can't afford to attack here, right? They just block, hit me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or more. Yeah, obviously, like, there's a chance that, like, DNT could have won with the right hand. I don't think the maze draw is, like, that bad, because we also just, like, need mana if we can survive a couple turns here. I was going to have to knight for the maze, and then we're just down a bunch of mana sources. But I don't think I can afford to attack. Maze plus knight means it's, like, hard for them to hit me. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, Plow would have been a much better draw, but beggars can't exactly be choosers. Wow, just send everybody. I guess because they have the Mom, they can just tank the knight hit. Because Belcher, yeah, Belcher would have definitely taken this game, you know. There's no way the knight just kills them, which is probably why they did this attack. Because like we could take it and backswing, but they're at 10 or they're at 16. The max we could probably do is 12-ish. Oh man, Zealous Execution, right, just in time. So I could like attack, and if they like don't block like a psychopath, we can Zealous plus Maze to like fog and then try to lethal them. Oh no, the Maze doesn't actually like lethal them because, you know, it's a Mazavith. That's probably not a good plan. We're probably just like having to crack a clue or something. Good knight for... I think our plan is just pass the turn again. There's the thing called the end of... What, attack and maze my knight? That seems pretty loose when my opponent has a, like, has Mom plus champion and we're at 6. Is it turn everybody sideways time? One, two, three, four, five, six. This is currently just lethal. So I can activate Maze, or I could just Zealous. If I Zealous... use Knight to crack into a fetch land. Fetch gets it up to a 12-12, then like a 14-14. That's Still not big enough to lethal them. Could we have any draws that kill them? I don't think so. Pontiff dies though, right? Yeah, Pontiff's. I think Pontiff dying is probably just my best bet here. Oh, whoops. Rather than like trying to draw a card and go into one. Use this Zealous as mostly a fog. Expert in here to explain haunt. You just get the effect. So when the creature dies, you can exile it, haunting another creature on the board. And when that creature dies, you get whatever the thing's ETB trigger was. Essentially. Oh, that's kind of rude. We get Dryad Arbor. It does block. It is definitely worded very weirdly and like is super unintuitive. So we grab Wasteland ourselves to 14/14, draw a fetch land to 15/15, and they also still have a blocker, so like none of this plan is not working at all. Oh, nice. Knight of the Reliquary. We did it. Are we dead on board? We're probably dead on board. I haven't done the math, but their 0-1 Hierarch never needs to tap, so they'll always have a blocker. In addition to the Maze of Ith blocker we're giving them, so we're never going to, like, knock them down with the Knight. So I could just take 3 and not use this Arbor. It means I'm not using the Knight because it's my only forest, but Arbor turning on the Gaia's Cradle, letting me cast Knight next turn is probably pretty relevant. This will take 3 here. Violin 2, sure. Is it like Lieutenant and we just are dead? Mage, sure. Chosen card is Swords of Plowshares. Yeah, there's no way we can set it up so that, like, the mom actually lets us get in lethal, right? Because if you're going to tag with everything, yeah. Ugh. Oh, is this just lethal? Because they can attack with the mom. Definitely have not done the math, but it looks like it is. Block, 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 maze. That should be exactly lethal. Oh, it's one more than lethal, yeah. Can't arbor for, can't like cycle arbor for another maze or anything. Yeah, and we're 1 mana short of, like, we could crack this clue to try to find source of plowshares. Oh no, they're also mating my plow. It's a good try. Yeah, we actually, like, came close. We were actually, like, maybe, like, one less creature away from the Alright, we're dead. I maintain that Container Priest would have done better, possibly just by being 2-2. Maybe. There's a chance. Like, maybe it would have done better in exactly that game, but that's definitely not a good way of thinking about it. It's like, oh, that doesn't, like, suggest to me that Priest would have been better in the matchup overall. Like, maybe it is, maybe I'm wrong and it is better in the matchup overall, but, like, I don't think the case of, like, one game is, like, in any way a consideration to make that sort of judgment call. There's a chance I, like, also didn't want to play, I wanted them to just, like, use the... Just let them use the Pontiff and then play the script spread after. It's also a line. What are the pros and cons of Container Priest? I know it's good versus Vile, but I missed. It turns off our Green Sun Zeniths, and we didn't really have a lot of good cards to cut. Like, the next worst cards in our deck were probably Scavenging Ooze and Sylvan, or Scrib Ranger. Fuck, I can never get that name right. I came into you saying I was wrong. I think you guys been talking about playing D&D. Harsh but fair. Well, we got 2 mana sources and a Sylvan Library, so this is probably a keep. Oh no. Alright, not miracles. Oh no. What deck is Flooded Strain Thoughtseize? Delver? My Sylvan. How rude. That's pretty good. I have opponent is Spell Snare. This deck looks like the product of one night stand between D&T and aggro. I mean, it is kind of like the line between Death and Taxes and, like, Loam. Maverick. This guy has Esper Blade. I was thinking it might be like a Blade deck. But I guess Bayou Hierarch's probably the best, because I don't want to, like, fetch out Savannah and have it get Wastelanded or something. It is Esper. The most likely culprit of an Esper deck is probably Esper Blade, so... Yep. We do have a Quasali. Secret Batterskull? Maybe they already have GT. I don't know. Am I supposed to plow the Stoneforge because they went and grabbed Batterskull? I could just, like, Stoneforge plus plow their Stoneforge rather than playing Knight? I mean, Plow doesn't exactly have a lot of better targets in this matchup. Baleful Strix, I suppose, but kind of just, like, don't want to deal with the skull. The skull right now. The Stoneforge is more important to me, though. Inquisition. That's an interesting choice. A lot of good cards, though. Ooh, missing a land drop. This knight is going to be painful for you, if it gets to live. I should have probably played knight first. No, actually. If they want to, like, plow the hierarch, that's moderately fine. Play the Mace of Ith, I guess. Not doing a whole lot in this matchup. Yeah, knight's dead. Surprise, surprise. True name time. The truest of named nemeses. Yep. Ooh, I like this wasteland. I like this wasteland a lot. True mistake nemesis. Hey, we did it! I assume my opponent just didn't have an answer for knight and knows that I'm just going to wasteland them into the ground. But, okay. Alright. So... Esper Blade. It's a choke matchup. This feels like it might be a choke matchup. It's like... I like vague... in some regard want like all of these cards, though. But that's a lot of cards that I want, so... This definitely feels like I get to choke a punk. Teague seems pretty bad. Although they probably have, like, Verdict. They might have Verdict, and they probably have, like, Jace, but... Let me assess what our play is. So they're probably bringing, like, Zells, too. Yeah, Plows are probably unplayable. Noticing your deck does not play Arclight Phoenix. I think you should play Arclight Phoenix because it's the best card. Thanks for... I will definitely take that into consideration. That's risky. Arclight Phoenix was sweet yesterday, and I will definitely be streaming it more in the future. This one specifically is a donation deck list. Maybe this guy just scoops fast if Flower Boy beat him in 4 turns. That's fair. Shaved Green Suns? Green Suns seems so good. Just like, always seems good, but that's just because it's a tutor. Hang on, how many cards would I have to bring in if I just wanted these? I also, like, vaguely want these Thought Seizes, because, like, True Name and Jace and equipment and stuff. Don't mind, like, that. Even, like, shave some number of Thalias. So, like, 1 Thoughtseize so far. Alright, catch you later, army. Don't bully the Burb. I love the Burb. All the time does not. He loves Wasteland Strangler more. Green Sun's Zenith is technically always overcosted. And if we're not, like, tutoring, like, we don't need most... I guess we can cut Scooz. Scooz is bad. Scooz is medium at best. Opponent plays magic cards, bring in Surgical. You run, you have a good point. Just, like, boarding all these cards. This is probably, like, we're probably, like, overboarding like crazy, but... Let's, I really actually, like, just don't like Thalia that much in these Blade matchups. So do that, see what happens. One land Noble Hierarch on the draw, huh? Feels pretty loose. Assuming my opponent doesn't have like a kill spell for the Hierarch, we go turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 Scrib Ranger, pick up my Savannah Mom, stuff like that. And we like continue to make a bunch of land drops and have a decent amount of mana. But at the same time, if my opponent does kill my Hierarch, we're just super fucked. I think I'm gonna ship this. Alright, I guess I'm in for this hand. Probably have to... Okay, if I top this, because I need... This hand definitely wants black mana. But if I top this, I can't just Green Sun for Dryad Arbor? Oh, no, I can. I can. I'm on the draw. It's okay. We're gonna top that. Definitely need black mana. Thoughtseize. Stoneforge, interesting. Do I even want a Green Sun for Dryad Arbor? Do I want to hold on to the Green Sun to, like, get value? We don't really need to ramp with this hand. I'm just gonna go land go, honestly. Like Green Sun for a 1, which is our only want to do. Are we just like waiting until we have 4 mana to Green Sun? What is this standoff? Missing out, beating down with the 1/1. That's true, we've missed like 2 damage. Actually, only 1 damage so far, right? Is it just like... This isn't 10. What the heck is this? Snap Thoughtseize. Sure, I guess. I assume they take something like Green Sun. Since the rest of my hand's pretty weak. They might take, like, Trophy if they're playing as Jace? No. Triple basics, yeah. Definitely have the Fear of Wasteland. We're just gonna go Canopy Pass and probably crack on their end step here. Alright, let's beat down a clock. Snapcaster giving me the business. Tracker feels like a card I do not want to just jam on 3 mana. Would not crack, save for Pierce mana. What am I, like, getting pierced? I'm not, like, casting anything anytime soon. And, like, my hand is significantly devoid of things that I, like, any action, so I think I just wanted to run it out there. If they'll go Jace Pierce, and you know, I definitely don't know that they're going to go Jace Pierce. I would be, honestly, kind of surprised if they kept Pierce. Maybe, is Pierce better against Maverick? Maybe it's okay. Definitely thinking on a D&T axis, but... Is Quasali good here? I mean, it baits out a Plow. I probably need to cast Quasali. Like, it'd be nice to hold this. Apparently they don't have a Plow, alright. It'd be nice to hold it for, like, an equipment, but... I think just running it out is fine. Damn it! Stop Thoughtseizing me! I want to cast my good cards, opponent! Goodbye, Tireless Tracker. Well, now we have the superior clock, so... Am I supposed to be fetching here? Probably not. Fetch Arbor. Beatdowns. What's up, Lunac? This is a donation deck list, Lunac. As much as I love Death and Taxes, sometimes you play other decks. Is it time for this Quasali to die now? Nope, I'm just gonna keep taking it. Maybe we should just, like, fucking Dryad Arbor the Snapcaster away. Who should we shun for this donation? Someone on Twitter. Yeah, let's just Dryad Arbor the Snapcaster. Probably should have done that last turn. I don't think I want to cast Knight until, like, if they have 4 cards in hand, they're doing nothing. What is their plan? Is it, like, Supreme Verdict? If they have a Wrath, I don't want to, like, play my Knight here. Our only Tyler Striker's dead, so we can play out our other lands, though. But I feel favored enough that we can just sit here with a Qasali Pride Mage. Maybe they can't even, like, snap removal spell, they don't have any. I guess they could, like, snap Thoughtseize me and get me. You think this man is the plan? I guess that's fair. They're just 2 hits away from this Qasali killing them, so they gotta answer it eventually. One, two, three, four, five, six. Is wastelanding them important? Probably not. Just pass. We can't take them off of, like, double white or anything. You can't take them off double black. I'll wasteland them in currency. Do we win? It's a Jace. Jace bounce your Qasali. Jace Brainstorm. Alright. Find Source to Plowshares. Fetch Triad Harbor and Exalted Lethal. No, we blocked the Snapcaster with the Triad Harbor. Just trophy the Jace. I assume they're going to answer this Qasali, and I want to be able to cast Knight after that. And if they counterspell the trophy, they just lose, so. Is it Swords to Plowshares time? Are you dead? Sure, ponder for, like, the other Snapcaster to snap plow the Knight. Digging deep. Oh, they found a plow. And then Stoneforge. For Batterskull at this point. Yep. It's a lot of Stoneforges. Man, this would be not a good game to lose. Sort of Feast and Famine. Shit. Oh, wow. This is not a good series of draws. I think we might be dead now. So often dead. Nice. Yeah, sort of Feast of Famine in current year. Crazy. Although I think, like, sort of +2/+2 and no other text would probably be beating us here. Man, what is this opponent's deck? Is real questions here. So they're getting a Batter Skull here. We could Shatter the Sword, but also there's a Batter Skull, so... And they're also flipping Surge, so probably just hosed. How are you losing to this opponent's deck? Well, it probably involved drawing a bunch of lands and not having cantrips in my own deck. And getting Thoughtseize twice. That's probably why we ended up losing. Squib Ranger attacks, but they have a Batter Skull, so they're just dying. Or, so we're just dying. Ramanap could just, like, play Canopy and try to draw us out of it. There's SFM, Snap, Cloudtina in deck. Did I play land for turn? I don't think I did, right? Yeah, no, I drew the green set for turn. I'll just grab Ramanap, I guess. Probably better than, like, Knight of Autumning the Sword. Play Dryad Arbor. Can't see it for Gary. Feels bad, man. Time to suit up the Stoneforge, make it real big. Yeah, I guess that works too. Oof, Jace is pretty good. Oh man, sort of Feast and Famine Search for Azcanta combo. I didn't even realize. That's just quality deck building. Oh, goodbye, Search. Or I probably should have cycled this Rise of Canopy before the trigger, but whatever. Think we're just dead. Alright. I'll concede. Quality. It's objectively a synergy. I will at least say that. So what does anything change here? So Thoughtseize actually seemed decent. We didn't draw any, but seemed fine. Teague stops only Jace as far as we know. Thalia maybe is okay, especially on the play. If we brought in Thalia's, what can we cut? We could, like, shave down on Green Suns and bring in Thalia's. Thalia on the play definitely isn't that bad. Leave choke out. They're clearly able to feed it with sort of Feast and Famine. Yeah, same. I like Thalia. After we got to see more of our opponent's deck, I like Thalia a little bit more, and also Thalia just on the play is typically always stronger. The question is, do I want to put in this last Thalia? I could cut, like... I guess I could cut Maze, right? I keep forgetting this is just a spell, and Maze is not very good in this matchup. There we go. Let's run that. Choke seemed kind of medium. I don't know. They had a lot of islands. I'm not boarding in Surgical against Esper Stoneblade. Am I supposed to play Mom or Noble on turn 1 in this matchup? God. Decisions. I want to play our opponent's deck. No, you don't. I guess with our mana deficiencies, we want to play Noble. Yeah, I feel like it's Noble. Definitely a keep. I think in some matchups you want to play Mom first, but especially like the context of like this hand and everything. Just gonna run out Noble. We could also just Mom into like Knight, right? Mom, Cradle, Knight. It's like pretty nutty. And then we have like Ramanap plus like Knight for Wastelands or some shit. The Cradle art is bad. I play whatever card hoarder gives me. Play some non-basics into this Knight of the Reliquary and wasteland them all. Fun fact, card hoarder gives better arts to better players. I mean, I could go through and select the different arts, but it's like, fuck that. I'm way too lazy for that shit. They did shuffle, and then they... no, they didn't miss a land drop, because we're on the play. Am I just attacking with this Knight? And just, like, Noble... Wait, how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? We could get GT online, but not Sword, right? Wait, no, hang on. Play Noble Hierarch. Or play Stoneforge Mystic. We have 4 mana. Play Canopy. Cradle, Sword, Equip, Attack? That's a thing I could do, right? I think I can also just play this Noble. Because the Noble is just free. Sure. We're like super overcommitting into like a Supreme Verdict or something, but they would also just need to like have Supreme Verdict in their deck and also just have double white and also just have all of that stuff. And also just taking a ton of damage. Yeah, they're just gonna die. Yeah, they're gonna die before they get to Verdict. Speaking of legacy achievements, chat streamer, what's the most absurd one you've unlocked lately? Yeah, Cradle's pretty fucked up. To Fairy Loop in Miracles to win in the mirror. What did I do recently? We managed yesterday when we were streaming Phoenix. We managed to go off with Buried Alive into Phoenixes through a Nile Spellbomb and a Snapcaster in their hand for a surgical extraction. That was pretty sweet. Played against Eldrazi Post as Blue-White Blade and won without back to basics. That is impressive. I was reading Allie Warfield, I forget her name, Arctic Amiibo on Twitter and Twitch and stuff. She had read an article about Eldrazi Post, and like the Miracles section was just like, oh, Miracles is a good matchup, unless they play their back to basics, and then you're just like super fucked. Your plan is just dodge the back to basics. This name is familiar. Theo Jung. Why is this name familiar? Sand is probably a keep. Flipping expansion, explosion off Chandra, and casting X equals 4. pretty good. What deck are you? What what is happening with that, whatever deck that is? Oh man. It's time for the It's time to try to beat down our beloved deck. This T is probably pretty lousy. If we noble this bird, we can actually, yeah. We need to, like, have a exalted... We could, like, green sun for Quasali or something, too. They're gonna port me. Porting the guy with the Birds of Paradise is typically not a winning line. Oh man, we actually have Noble Hierarch too, nice. So if we just go Wasteland, Jite, if they just like port me again, then we can... We actually don't have like the green mana to play Hierarch without tapping the bird. If we play Hierarch instead, and just like Wasteland this port, and then we untap and we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, but that would require tapping the bird again. So I don't think we can get GTA online next turn. Yeah, I think we just develop mana. I think we can just like Wasteland this port pretty reasonably. Comes down to who has most... Yeah, definitely. This definitely feels like a very skill-intensive matchup whenever I was sitting on the other side of this table. All these green suns. So we just like keep Wastelanding here, right? And we can even green sun for Quasali for their Vial. Get Script Ranger. I'm not getting Script Ranger Hondo. I think I want to play Jite this turn, though. We can always just, like, if they're, like, representing Swords of Plowshares, then we can just green sun snipe this Vial or something next turn. I think my plan is just continue to attack their mana. You can even like use a Fire for Green Sun here for a Dryad Arbor. Am I supposed to do that? Because we actually don't have enough to like snipe this Vial because we need 4 mana. But it also like ends up basically wasting a GTA. But our mana is a little bit tight. It's Green Sun for 0. Interesting. So we can just go for it and see if they have Source to Plowshares. And if they do, we can not cast Teague, because Teague turns off our Green Sun, but we like just hold up this Plow. I think we just kind of want to go for it here. Oh, cool. They didn't have it. Now we win. I guess I play this maze. Yeah, pass. It looks the game is over. I mean, you're not wrong. This game is pretty over. If they activate the vial, we just ping the hierarch. Recruiter. We're gonna recruit for a revoker. That resolves. So we also just have this plow, so they're just so dead. They got Phyrexian revoker. Look at that. Jeez. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we don't have enough mana to like just. I mean, we can just cast it though. Yeah, we have plenty of time to deal with Phyrexian revoker. They like flicker wisp the GTA or something, but then again, we still have Source of Plowshares and stuff. Yeah, you revoke the GTA, sure. Sure. So we can equip attack, and then even if they have Wisp, we can plow the Revoker, kill the Wisp, and then we're totally fine. Target the bird, I assume? Yeah. So now we just plow this. Ping that. I suppose I could have. I should have mazed my own bird, actually. And then plowed using that so I could actually cast the mom here. Whoops. Oh well, they're super dead. Opponent says this isn't D&T, you traitor. I missed that. I thought I recognized the opponent. I thought I got followed on Twitter by someone like named Theo Jung. I guess no, I should, because they have a Wasteland, I should actually be, not, I should actually be holding up a Mana Dork. Oh yeah, I didn't notice their Vial went up to 4. Probably should have played around Palace Jailer. Was actually not paying any attention. Oh well, this is fine. We can just plow it. They could draw an extra card, but... Forgot to do the maze thing again, fuck. I just talked about it last turn. It's thrown off by the getting jailered. We need to kill this before they, like, do anything fancy. What do you want, cat? Why are you meowing? You want some pets? Do you want to come up here? Do you want to come say hi to the stream? Hello. Hello, kitty. Have you come to distract me from trying to win this game? So this resolves. Hope they don't have like a second palace jailer. It'd be like, can you not look at my face? When she does that, she looks less like a 1,000-year-old demon and more like a big softie. She is a big softie. She loves just cuddling. Alright, so this is fine. We actually can't take Monarchy, though, as it currently... No, we can. We just attack with Giant Armor and the other thing. We're 3-1, right? Yeah, we're 3-1. Can you stop licking my face, please? Stop licking the face. Oh, we just drew more land. That's nice. Just kill this. Equip sword here. Oh god, those are some claws. Oh yeah, attack with both. We win. We did it. Sandpaper. Yeah, for real. This cat has like a real rough tongue. My other cat, the one that actually has fur, her tongue's way softer. This cat, when she licks you, it's like fucking exfoliating your face. All right, the D&T matchup, huh? Let's bring in this chunk. Cut all my Thalias. Cut the Teague. And cut 2 more cards. Scooz seems pretty medium. What else could I see cutting? Yeah, Scooz seems pretty bad. Wait, why am I bringing these chokes? Oops. Fuck that. Alright. Choke trying to get in my deck. See, now it's perfect. We're leaving this mediocre Scooz. How does this deck feel? Choke seems like a good board. Thanks, Honto. Looking out for me. The deck feels pretty nice. We've been like kind of like running away with a lot of these games, except for our match against humans was real rough. But we've been like kind of stomping a lot of these matchups. It's been a weird league though, so Maverick does feel like you're doing like pretty powerful things, but you are like you're weirdly softer to like a lot of what Legacy has to offer, even though you just look like on paper just like a way more powerful D&T deck. You are softer to like man denial strategies because you're not just like a one color deck. You're working worse against like back to basics and Blood Moon and stuff like that. Because if you can handle tutors but not cantrips, yeah, basically tutors are easy. Cantrips are hard. This deck is very close. This deck is very D&T adjacent, so I feel pretty safe on it versus like trying to cast brainstorms and ponders. Are we back to this spot? Okay, oh, we're back to laying down here. Hello. We got a Mana Dork. Put a mulligan to 6. So we can like fetch basic forest, go bird. We have like Sylvan and stuff. This hand doesn't seem bad. I'll keep. It's in no Thoughtseize. I don't love Thoughtseize against D&T. Maybe it's okay. What would I cut? I could cut like Scooz for like 1 Thoughtseize. Keep it, do it. It's kind of greedy. Keeping land light hands against other taxes is 100% how you lose. Like if my opponent just like revokers this Birds of Paradise, we're pretty fucked. But if they don't, then we're in business because we have a Sylvan Library. Can you stop licking my face for like 2 seconds? Alright, good. Yep, just play Aether Vial. Love it. That is what I want to see. Gut shot. Please no. Oh god. Cat Y. So I could either play my mom or hold up a plow for my opponent's mom. Wow, you are really struggling there. You good? You good? Oh, you're switching to the other shoulder? Okay, cool. So So we're definitely just like trying to not get hit by a bunch of mana denial. So we're just like fetching a bunch of basics here. Nope, stop licking the face. I think I like just developing my own Mother of Runes. I'm not that scared of my opponents. Nope, can you not? Can you not? Please? Ha. No moms, easy. So we have Quasali, we have 2 plows, and we have a super slow clock. And we have a Sylvan in play, so I feel pretty good about this. Alright, deal. We only have 1 more basic, but... Hope this guy spared Labyrinth. I hope he left it in against Maverick. Really digging those claws into me, cat. Can you, like, shift your weight a little bit? Man, I just want all these cards. Am I just, like, taking 8? I'm probably just taking 8. I gotta take 8 at least once today, just for Patrick. Also, we do want to draw more lands, so... So, Sorcery Speed Scrib Ranger means that I can leave up Plow. No, I'm leaving up Plow anyway because I have birds. So I could just GTA pass. I could also just Knight into GTA leave up Plow. Don't do it for me, do it because it's right. It also actually felt pretty right there, to be fair. One has 2 cards in hand, yeah. I think I'm just gonna Knight. Oh shit, I shouldn't have played. He could have actually wastelanded that Cradle and I didn't have enough mana. I shouldn't have played the Cradle before I cast the Knight. Oh well. Didn't get punished. There's a certain need to just go, yeah, I'll take 8 off library at least once in a game. Depending on the matchup, but yeah. What is in his hand? Oh god, claws again. Strike fear in the heart of the opponent. Our hand is just full of, like, extremely good cards. That was Maze of It normally. Yeah, it was a specific request from the donation. The person that donated for it. The Maze has been okay. What did it do? It almost saved us from humans. And then it could have been good game 1 against D&T, but I just, like, kept fucking up with it. So this feels like there are Flicker Wisps in my future. Wasteland, huh? Don't really want any of these. I mean, the second Knight wouldn't be bad. We can just, like, Knight my opponent to death. I think I'm just equipping the Knight and attacking anyway into the Wisp. I just kind of have to. Let's put back... Now we have Scrib Ranger plus Plow up still. Just Plow, alright, that's fine. I could flash in Scrib Ranger, pick up a land, untap the Knight to Knight, but I don't really need to Knight, so... There's also a Knight on the top of my deck. Maybe I just don't fetch. Is this Recruiter? Sure. What would you like to recruit? The answer to this GTA, perhaps? Jailer, huh? Well, we have Scrib Sprite, so that Jailer's not going to go super well. We do have to fetch away this this knight, though. I guess I should find a black source, right, in case I draw Persecution. Although, we're actually cutting himself off of white, so maybe I should have just fetched, So we're at 14. You just go to 6, keep all this. All these cards are definitely good. What am I doing this turn? Equipping Jite, Discrete Ranger attacking, hoping it connects. If they have Wisp, we have a problem. I guess I don't actually need this Stoneforge, right? It only gets Sword. I can see also just putting back this Green Sun and drawing it next turn. Yeah, let's do that. But I guess we literally can't cast 2 plows, actually. So I may actually want to Green Sun here. And I'll pay 4 life to keep the other plow. I'm just gonna hope this connects. Dang. But now they have to wisp. If they wisp the Recruiter, they're super greedy. Okay, yeah, they're wisping the Jite. So we just plow the wisp. Wait. Now we get Monarchy, though. Deal. So there's a Stoneforge on top of my deck. I think I want to actually Green Sun for the Dryad Armor to protect from the losing Monarchy. Oh, no, I could have picked up a land and replayed it, I think, right? I don't think I played a land for a turn. Oops. Could have Green Sun for 1. Don't know how much that matters, actually. Dryad Arbor is the only thing I Green Sun for. That has power? That trades with the Recruiter of the Guard, right? I guess we... Also, can this thing untap itself? Yeah, it could untap itself, so I could have just blocked with the script. Broker, sure, we got another plow. Flickering the Jite instead of the flicker, or instead of the Scrib Ranger, fuck. There is not a super good plan. Chat. That was, oh yeah, opponent also realized the misplay. Draw a card. Draw more cards. Oof, oof, oof. Let's just put these back. Oof. Got another wisp, sure. They're wisping this time. The GTA or the Scrib Ranger. Let's choose the GTA. We'll just kill this wisp too. Alright, cool. The game has ended. GG's, Theo. Theo Jung. Jeez, 4-1. Felt good. I mean, we cast Assassin's Trophy exactly once, so... We didn't... Sorry to, a person who... I should shout them out. What's their name? Let me go find them on Twitter here. Raymond Van. Shout out to Raymond Van for this donation. It was a lot of fun. Sorry, Assassin's Trophy didn't, like, get cast a lot ever. I know you wanted that one in the sideboard. We cast it once, and it didn't actually really end up mattering, but the deck felt good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Definitely feels like the sister deck to Death and Taxes, essentially. A lot of very similar play patterns, but you get to play with like also very nutty cards like Sylvan Library and stuff. You know how we can cast Assassin's Trophy more? Are you going to suggest that we like just play four? Oh, running the league back. That's good. That was good. Mixing it up there. I was like, are we just suggesting like 4-color loam? But no, that was a good segue, Chylith. But anyway, I enjoyed it. Would definitely like play it again. Maverick is pretty fun. Was anything not impressive? Probably not. Everything kind of pulled its weight, or like feels like it is in the deck for like a pretty legitimate reason. Like Scavenging Ooze never did anything, but we also never played against a graveyard deck. We never boarded in Containment Priest or Ethersworn or Surgicals, but we played against a bunch of fair decks today, so felt good. The humans matchup probably just isn't that favored, and also we had some suboptimal outcomes. Some outcomes that didn't work out, didn't break well for those games in particular. Surprised to see no Knight of Autumn. There's a Knight of Autumn in the sideboard. For some reason, I wonder what the reasoning is, like why Quasali is just like the better main deck card because it just is just like a 2-drop as Exalted. Like it's the same to Green Sun 4 if you're using it as if you're using your Green Sun for Disenchant, and Knight of Autumn leaves a body around, but Quasali's cheaper. You can pay for it over different turns. It's a better rate if you just like want a consistent thing in play. Nightmane over Pride Mage is more common. I've seen a couple that were just playing Quasali. And like I'm not like this deck list was definitely aware that Knight of Autumn existed because there was specifically one in the sideboard. So I don't know. Definitely would talk to actual Maverick players to figure out that reasoning. But anyway, what did we play against today? Just kind of want to do a little bit more thorough of a recap because it was a donation deck list, and I'm sure people would love to hear my thoughts and stuff. So what did we play against? We played against something we'll never know. Then we played against the Red Eldrazi deck. Then we played against humans. Then we played against Esper Stoneblade. Then we played against D&T. So we just played against like a bunch of fair decks today, with the exception of maybe the first deck, but we'll never know what they were on because they just conceded to turn 2 Thalia both games. Can you stop licking me, kitty? Can you just sit and calm down? I'm almost done with the stream, and then I can give you a bunch of attention. So anyway, I mean, this deck is definitely built to eat up fair decks. It is going to be weaker in some of your combo matchups, but typically green-white, or typically Maverick in general, just like wants to play against a bunch of fair decks. That's what we did, and then we 4-1'd. So definitely tracks. I don't know. Not a lot I'll say about it. I enjoyed it, and it did about what I expected it to do. We didn't queue into Miracles, which is good. We didn't queue into like Sneak and Show, which probably isn't that great of a matchup. And then also, I guess, because Raymond is eventually going to watch this video, if you have any questions, feel free to PM me about it or anything like that. Anyway, let go of my shirt, please, kitty. Anyway, that should wrap it up. Let's go find someone to host. Who is streaming some Legacy tonight? Bar is streaming. Nice. Green-white Stompy? What on God's earth? Alright, there's a Ballista, 2 Mox Diamonds, an Ancient Tomb. Let me see this deck list. I gotta see his deck list before I turn off my own stream. Oh, it's on the right side. Oh, what's in here? Containment Priest, Excavator, Stoneforge, Thalia, Ballista, Displacer, Chalice, Mox, GTA, Batterskull, Sylvan. Is this just like the mono-white Stompy decks splashing Sylvan Library and Ramenev Excavator and what is very likely sideboard cards? Interesting. I guess Mox Diamond makes your splashes a little bit easier. Anyway, we're gonna go host him. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out tonight. Hope you had a good time. If you like the content, you want to see more Legacy or real any Magic formats, you can follow, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free. Help you know when I'm going live. Help people find my content. Stop it, cat. Get out of there. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote and Thraben subscription badge in the chat, as well as access to the emote on Discord. And donations, you can have a donation deck list, like the one I just played here today. If you want to see a certain deck list played in any format, the donation deck list information is down below, and feel free to ask me about it as well. Remind me why I play a format where people go turn 1 Pyromancer double therapy. What on earth? Was it like land, pedal, dark grip, Pyromancer therapy or something? That seems unfortunate. Anyway, that is going to be it. Oh yeah, you can also find the streams I do on YouTube, link down below, and my stream schedule, and like when I'm going live and stuff is on Twitter. Is Phoenix? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Phoenix is a deck that tries to nut draw you, and if it can't, it has like a plan B. But yeah, sometimes your choices like straight up don't matter. But that's life. Anyway, catch you all. Today's Wednesday, not tomorrow. We'll be back Friday, and we'll be playing some Death and Taxes again. We've been taking a 2-day break from that, so we'll be back playing mono white Thalias and Stoneforges again on Friday. Have a good one, everybody.